These are Grandma's 52 oddly useful home hacks. 1. Keep bread from going stale with a celery stick. Grandma had a strange but brilliant trick. If your bread started drying out, toss a fresh celery stalk into the bag. The bread absorbs moisture from the celery, softening right back up. And don't worry, it won't taste like celery, just soft, fresh bread like the day you bought it. 2. Use a rubber band to remove stripped screws. When a screw head got too worn down for a screwdriver, Grandma would place a rubber band over the screw before turning. The band filled the gaps, gave extra grip, and let her twist it out with ease. Simple, safe, and no power tools needed. 3. Clean baseboards with a dryer sheet. Dusty baseboards drove Grandma nuts. She'd take a used dryer sheet, wrap it around her broom, and glide it along the baseboards. Not only did it pick up dust, but it also left a thin layer that repelled static and slowed down future buildup. 4. Make your own drawer fresheners with cotton balls. Instead of buying drawer deodorizers, Grandma soaked cotton balls in vanilla or peppermint extract and tucked them into dresser drawers. It kept clothes smelling clean and cozy, and it cost almost nothing. 5. Quiet cabinet doors with felt pads. When cabinet doors slammed too loud, Grandma didn't call a handyman. She stuck felt pads, like the ones under chair legs, on the inside corners. The result? Quiet, cushioned closures that didn't wake the whole house. 6. Use leftover soap slivers in a mesh bag. Grandma never let those little slivers of soap go to waste. She'd collect them in a mesh produce bag, tie it up, and use it as a scrubby soap pouch for the bath or sink. It lathered just as well as a full bar and stretched her supplies. 7. Use bread to pick up broken glass. After sweeping up broken glass, Grandma would press a slice of soft bread on the floor. It grabbed tiny shards the broom missed, especially the dangerous little ones. She always said, "Better the bread than your bare foot." 8. Stop your bathroom mirror from fogging with soap. Before a hot shower, Grandma would rub a bar of soap over the mirror, then buff it clean with a cloth. It left an invisible film that blocked steam from sticking. The mirror stayed fog-free and crystal clear, even after the hottest showers. 9. Add baking soda to the litter box for odor control. If the cat's litter box was getting a little too fragrant, Grandma sprinkled baking soda in with the litter. It absorbed odors between cleanings, keeping the room fresh without needing harsh sprays or perfumes. 10th, store sponges. Upright to prevent mildew. Grandma never left a wet sponge flat in the sink. She stored it upright in a vertical holder or between two forks in a jar. That way, it dried faster, stayed fresher, and didn't grow mildew. 11th, use vinegar to soften paintbrushes. If someone forgot to clean a paintbrush, Grandma soaked it in hot vinegar for an hour. The hardened bristles loosened right up, good as new. She'd rinse them under warm water, reshape the brush, and let it dry flat. 12th, use a shower cap to cover leftovers. Ran out of lids, Grandma used clean, stretchy shower caps to cover bowls and plates before putting them in the fridge. They stretched perfectly and sealed tight, plus they were reusable. 13, keep your silver shiny with aluminum and baking soda. To polish silverware, Grandma would line a pan with foil, add baking soda and hot water, and soak the pieces. A chemical reaction lifted the tarnish without scrubbing. After a quick rinse, her silver looked brand new. 14. Use rice to clean narrow vases. When flower vases got grimy at the bottom, Grandma poured in a handful of uncooked rice, warm water, and a little dish soap. She swirled it around, and the rice scrubbed the hard-to-reach spots. No brushes, no scratches, just clean glass. 15. Clean, foggy mirrors with shaving cream. Grandma swore by shaving cream for spotless mirrors, especially in the bathroom where fog is a constant problem. Rub a small dab of shaving cream over the mirror and buff it out with a dry cloth until it's clear. Not only does it leave a streak-free shine, but it also prevents fog from forming for days. No more wiping down steamy mirrors after a shower. 16. Use chalk to remove grease stains. Grandma kept a stick of white chalk in her laundry room. Why? Because it's a powerful degreaser. Rub chalk directly onto a grease stain before tossing the fabric in the wash. The chalk absorbs the oils and loosens the stain so detergent can lift it out with ease. Great for shirts, tablecloths, or aprons after cooking. 17. Freshen closet air with coffee grounds. Forget expensive air fresheners. Grandma would place a small bowl of used coffee grounds in the corner of a musty closet. Coffee absorbs odors naturally and leaves behind a pleasant, earthy scent. Replace the grounds every few weeks to keep your closet smelling fresh. 18. Use a rubber glove to remove pet hair. Pet hair on furniture? No problem. Grandma would slip on a rubber glove, dampen it slightly, and run it across the fabric. The static helps lift hair from couches, pillows, and blankets with surprising ease. It's faster and cheaper than a lint roller. 19. Make DIY drawer liners with wax paper. To keep drawers smelling fresh and easy to clean, Grandma lined them with wax paper. She'd cut pieces to size, add a few drops of lavender or citrus essential oil, and place them at the bottom. Not only does this repel bugs and dust, but it also keeps your clothes or utensils lightly scented. 20. Fix squeaky shoes with baby powder. Got a pair of shoes that squeak with every step? Sprinkle a bit of baby powder under the insole. Grandma used this trick on every new pair of Sunday shoes. The powder absorbs moisture and reduces friction. No more embarrassing hallway squeaks. 21. Brighten dull jewelry with toothpaste. Grandma always kept her favorite pearls and silver looking like new with plain white toothpaste. Dab a little onto a soft toothbrush, gently scrub the jewelry, and rinse with warm water. It removes tarnish and buildup, making even old pieces shine like heirlooms. 22nd. Use vinegar to soften stiff towels. If your towels lose their fluff, Grandma's fix was simple. Add half a cup of white vinegar during the rinse cycle. Vinegar strips away detergent residue and restores absorbency. No fabric softener needed. The result? Towels that feel soft, clean, and fresh again. 23. Keep buttons from falling off with clear nail polish. Grandma hated losing buttons, so she'd brush a little clear nail polish over the threads to keep them in place. It hardens the fibers and prevents unraveling. Perfect for coats, dress shirts, or your favorite cardigan. 24. Use a wooden spoon to prevent boilovers. Grandma always rested a wooden spoon across the top of a boiling pot. Why? Because it breaks the bubbles and stops foam from spilling over. No more messes on the stovetop when you're making pasta or potatoes. 25. Deodorize trash cans with baking soda and essential oil. Before tossing in the next liner, sprinkle a bit of baking soda mixed with a drop of lemon or lavender essential oil in the bottom of the trash can. This was Grandma's way of keeping odors under control without chemical sprays. 26. Polish faucets with dryer sheets. Used dryer sheets still had a purpose in Grandma's house. She'd repurpose them to shine bathroom and kitchen faucets. The sheets buff out water spots and add a bit of anti-static to repel future grime. Talk about stretching every penny. 27. Prevent window streaks with newspaper. Glass cleaner and paper towels leave streaks. Grandma used crumpled newspaper instead. The ink and paper texture give a streak-free polish. It's an old-fashioned hack that still beats modern tools when it comes to sparkling windows. 28th. Make homemade air freshener with citrus peels. After peeling oranges or lemons, Grandma would simmer the peels with a cinnamon stick in a pot of water on the stove. It filled the entire house with a comforting, fresh scent and made guests think she'd been baking all day. 29th. Unstick zippers with a graphite pencil. If a zipper ever stuck, Grandma didn't toss the item. She'd grab a plain graphite pencil and rub it along the teeth. The graphite acts as a dry lubricant, loosening up the jammed zipper and saving the garment from the donation pile. 30. Add rice to your salt shaker to stop clumping. Grandma never had a clogged salt shaker because she always added a few grains of rice. The rice absorbs moisture, keeping the salt dry and free-flowing, even on humid days. 31st. Polish faucets with used dryer sheets. Grandma didn't toss out used dryer sheets. They had a second life polishing chrome. She'd rub bathroom and kitchen faucets with them to remove water spots and leave a smooth, shiny finish. The slight fabric texture and leftover softener made everything sparkle. 32nd. Use newspaper to shine windows. Forget paper towels. Grandma used crumpled newspaper to wipe down windows. It didn't leave lint behind, and the ink helped cut through grime. With a little vinegar and water spray, her windows gleamed without a streak in sight. 33rd. Simmer citrus peels for instant air freshener. When the house felt stuffy or smelled like last night's dinner, Grandma would toss orange peels and cinnamon sticks in a pot of water and let it simmer on the stove. In no time, the house smelled warm, fresh, and inviting, like love in the air. 34. Unstick zippers with a graphite pencil. Stuck zippers weren't a problem in Grandma's house. She'd rub the tip of a graphite pencil along the zipper's teeth to get it sliding smoothly again. It was one of those little things she knew that always worked, no matter how old the coat. 35. Add rice to salt shakers to prevent clumping. Humidity made salt clump, but Grandma had a fix. Add a few grains of uncooked rice to the shaker. The rice absorbed moisture and kept the salt flowing freely, even on the muggiest days. 36. Stop squeaky floors with baby powder. Whenever the floor creaked, Grandma would sprinkle baby powder into the cracks. She'd use a broom to sweep it deep between the boards. The powder reduced friction and silenced the squeaks without tools or repairs. 37th. Hang laundry. Outside for sunshine freshness. No dryer sheet could compete with the scent of linens dried on the line. Grandma hung sheets and clothes outdoors to let the sun and breeze do the work. Sunlight even helped naturally bleach whites and kill bacteria. 38th, remove deodorant marks with a pumice stone. When someone showed up with white deodorant stains on their shirt, Grandma would grab her pumice stone. A few gentle rubs and the marks disappeared without damaging the fabric. 39th, massage coconut oil into scalp for hair health. Grandma swore by coconut oil for strong, shiny hair. She'd warm a bit in her hands and massage it into her scalp every Sunday night. The oil nourished the roots and helped keep her hair soft and thick, well into her silver years. 40. Apply cold aloe vera to calm redness. A sunburn or skin flare-up? Grandma always had a jar of aloe vera in the fridge. Cold aloe soothed burning skin and reduced redness in minutes. She'd apply a generous layer and let it absorb, no chemicals needed. 41st, dab honey on cuts to speed healing. Honey wasn't just for tea. Grandma used it on small cuts and scrapes because of its antibacterial properties. She'd dab a bit on a clean wound, cover it with a bandage, and let the natural enzymes do their work. 42, dry clothes, inside out to prevent fading. Before hanging clothes on the line, Grandma would turn them inside out. It kept the colors vibrant by protecting them from the sun's harsh rays, especially on bright, hot days. 43rd, soften heels with Vaseline and socks. At bedtime, Grandma would slather Vaseline on her heels and slip on a pair of socks. By morning, her feet were soft and crack-free. She did it every week without fail. 44, freeze a sponge for a reusable ice pack. When someone bumped an elbow or twisted an ankle, Grandma reached into the freezer for a sponge. She'd soaked it in water, sealed it in a plastic bag, and froze it. No dripping, no mess, just cold relief. 45th, treat ingrown hairs with crushed aspirin paste. To calm an angry ingrown hair, Grandma would crush an aspirin, mix it with a drop of water, and dab it on like a paste. It reduced swelling and helped the hair break through the surface again. 46. Use aluminum foil to scrub chrome clean. If rust or grime showed up on her chrome fixtures, Grandma would crumple a ball of aluminum foil, dip it in water, and gently scrub the surface. It lifted rust without scratching the shine. 47. Remove scuff marks with a tennis ball. When the hardwood floors got marked up, Grandma didn't panic. She'd cut a slit into an old tennis ball, pop it onto a broom handle, and rub away scuffs like magic. 48th, reuse citrus peels to clean the sink. After squeezing lemons, Grandma tossed the rinds down the disposal with a handful of ice. The citrus deodorized while the ice sharpened the blades. 2 chores, 1 solution. 49th, use vinegar to clean shower heads. Mineral buildup in the shower head? Grandma would fill a plastic bag with vinegar, tie it around the shower head, and let it sit overnight. By morning, the water flowed like new. 50. Reuse bread bags as freezer storage. She never tossed a bread bag. Washed and dried, they became storage bags for leftover rolls, produce, or even frozen berries. Waste not, want not. 51. Keep potatoes from sprouting with an apple. Grandma stored apples in her potato bin to keep the potatoes from sprouting too soon. The ethylene gas from apples actually slowed down the aging process in the spuds. 52nd, tidy cords with clothespins. To keep appliance cords organized, Grandma clipped them together with old-fashioned wooden clothespins. It kept drawers tidy and cords untangled without buying anything fancy.